Yeah, a lot of the problems...
Oh, damn it. I'm going to have to fight those things again. Mother effers.
A lot of the problem solving in this game is very Silent Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, very hard game-ish. Oh, cool. Okay, so I guess in general I just go a little bit higher for Dan. And that's just something I'll have to remember. I don't know if it's... Like, I don't want to blame it on the TV. I don't know if it's, like, a thing with, like, the capture card software or the fact that there's, like, a little delay or whatever. Oh. So, oh, here, I'll show you this real quick. When you get...
What was that noise?
When you get to an area that you haven't figured out the puzzle, it'll make that noise. But... Oh, that's right. I forgot. I have to go... I literally have to walk over here to go pick it up. GG. We're actually probably... I want to say 2/3 done with this area. Not very long. It just kind of gets you into the spirit of the game. I want to say, stick around for the boss, because it's just amazing. All the bosses in this game are ridiculous in every way, as to be expected. Okay, so now we have both the objects to get through this this library part. Yeah, yeet! The fast ones I do not mess with. Okay, where's your neck? Oh, it was the face. Well... Okay, so this is where you get to see Mask Dismiss special ability, which is when you see a broken area, you can explode. I don't even know if you have to go in here, but it's nice to show it. I think Travis is in here and we can talk to our boy. This game is, like, very hard. It, like, gets very hard. Cool. Okay, see you, Travis. Oh, cool, another carrier pigeon. Oh, this music right now. Okay. It's from something that I'm not going to say. Dear Amir. Amir, we have a problem. A terrible thing has happened. I can hardly believe it, but the money is not in my account. I need your help. You got my last message, didn't you? I trusted you. Now don't let me down. Promise me. Wire me the money immediately. 125 bucks is peanuts, I'm telling you. The Smith Syndicate operates in strange ways. Garcia and Smith manages the other 6 personas, and mainly acts as a negotiator for work requests. Garcia never eliminates people himself. His role is to retrieve the bodies. Even if another persona is killed, it appears he is able to bring him back to life. Like a wizard, I tell you. However, it's my hunch that somebody offstage is calling the shots and controlling Garcia. There must be a hidden mastermind separate from the active team. It's likely that this mastermind assigns the jobs. Garcia is very loyal, and he values the organization. He controls the personas to keep the organization safe. He's a middle manager, you see. The members switch using the medium of television, but I have yet to determine what governs the switches. The Smith Syndicate is composed of 1 sensible person and 6 freaks. I have never seen the personas interact with each other. Soon I expect to unmask the myth behind the strange group. I'll be contacting you again, Johnny Gagnon.
I've always really liked games and stories where the protagonist knows more than he lets on, or they never explain certain elements about him, and as the story goes on, it explores and explains more about him.
For sure. I feel like that's like... I mean, that's Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
James knows what he did the whole time, but he, like, hides it. Or, I guess, pushes it back at them.
But, like, whenever you're playing a game where it's like, the protagonist knows as much as us, and you just go along the events. Like, certain times it can be cool if there's like a big plot twist or something going on, but a lot of times it's very boring to me.
There's a couple of the Smiths that you can see, honestly, like, are, like, quote-unquote freaks, or whatever you want to call them, like, very different. But, like, Dan, I'm always like, okay. Like, what's weird about him besides that he's, like, an assassin? My God! Who's he talking about? Oh, what the story of this game eventually, like, evolves to is gonna blow your mind. Like, what type of a story it is. Like, you'd be like, oh, it's a sci-fi thing. It is not really, like... I don't want to give any more away, but, like, it is not the type of story that you would expect. I think that's the best way of putting it. I'm gonna pop in Harman's room. We're gonna see how much blood we have, if we can get a little bit of something going on. Okay, and I can show you how to go about that too. All right, so we have 696. It's pretty decent. I'm not sure how you make this go faster. I just mash A and B. Actually, this is pretty dang good. Sweet. Oh. I'm not used to using it right away. So yeah, we're gonna use it right away. I'm gonna resist the ability to just, attack power, all level 1s always cost 1. And you would think I would just want to just do this over and over again. I'm just gonna give him the, double attack. And, you have to use other characters enough that I, like, really want to try to keep most characters, like, decent.
Wait, do the upgrades carry between each chapter? I thought they reset.
I think they do.
Oh, okay.
What did you say?
What did you say? And since I have very little left, I'm going to just do the power for the rest of them. I really don't see myself using Master Smith much unless I need him, but just in case, it's a good idea not to just put him on Dan, who's obviously my favorite character. Just in case you're in situations like I was in that one room where I was like, maybe I should go faster.
I don't know, I think if I was playing, I might pick Kaede because she has the scope.
It is pretty nice. Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, so like I said, this game is, like, very mature, and it only gets weirder. Yo, do you remember Afro Guy? Does that bring any,
Yeah, I do. How can you forget that chapter?
Seriously one of the greatest things in any game ever.
I mean, a lot of those games, there's some details that are vague to me, but I remember pretty much every chapter. Does that mean a guy's running towards you? I guess not.
Okay, so we're gonna take this a little bit at a time. Oh, I guess we'll talk to Owazaru. Sometimes I'll skip him if he's, like, just talking literal nonsense. Okay, so yeah, this one he's talking about Kaede. Her secret ability is she can show hidden things by doing things you should not do.
I like how they white it out so you don't actually see what's happening.
I'm fine with that. I'm sure knowing Suda51, he was probably like, tried to fight best to not show it, or to show it, excuse me. But I'm fine with it. So yeah, now we have both soul bullets, so we could actually finish this off. Hello. Hello. Thanks. And then obviously we saw before. Do Mask de Smith. home. Get out of here, pleb. I should learn that on guitar, just the one literal measure. So the funny thing about Suda51, and I can't say that I've played like all his games or anything like that. So if you check this, it's locked by padlock, and this actually shows you Coyote's secret, one of his abilities, which is that he can unlock things, like padlock things, because he's a thief. So I thought that like everything he made was going to be like amazing, because this is the first thing I ever played of his, and I realized he's very hit or miss. Shadows of the Damned, I played a little and was like, yeah, this is pretty enjoyable. Like, it's not, like, I expected, like, another masterpiece.
Well, the weird thing about Shadow of the Damned is, I still don't understand that game. It was published and funded by EA, who, obviously, you know, EA is all about making it the lowest common denominator games, and to sell as many copies as possible. And, like, why would EA hire Suda51 to do anything? So whenever you play Shadow of the Damned, it's like, you see those elements of Suda51, but it's really just a bog standard shooter.
I think, can you actually look up a list of games he's done?
Yeah.
Because I think that this is probably the most out there one that he's done. And
yeah, he did, like, No More Heroes, he did Killer is Dead.
I played No More Heroes and was, like, I'm sorry for fans out there, was, like, at least with the first one, was kind of bored with it. Like, it was just, like, the story was cool and, like, over the top and silly. But I thought the gameplay itself was, like, pretty, like,
I like
whatever.
No More Heroes. I do like Travis Touchdown as a character, but, it doesn't really compare to this game. And then some other games, like Killer is Dead, is pretty much an average, like, character action hack and slash game. But they really tried to go after that, like...
Devil May Cry?
No, like, in terms of, like, the theming, like, they tried to go for, like, the more nonsensical,
What the
themes of Killer 7, but it is so nonsensical and so out there that, like, I beat it, and I was like, I don't even know remotely what's happening. It just seems like nonsense.
Because this game is weird, but for the most part, you piece stuff together, which is so cool.
Yeah.
Do I have to go? Oh, crap. Alright, so this is cool as well. We're going to talk to Travis real quick. This and Shadow of the Damned might be the only two I played from him, and I was like, just rather... I was so hyped to play Shadow of the Damned that when I realized it was like, kind of just a third-person shooter,
yeah,
corridor, God of War style game, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately after Killer 7, because obviously making a game requires a good amount of money, even for something like this. And as the console generations go on and game budgets elevate to limits unknown, you gotta kind of restrain yourself and make games for masses more than making a vision, which I think is what happened to him.
This is a vision. I do not, so I used her secret ability, and now we see that the last two letters are N-O. Which will come out.
Like, the one that kind of encapsulates that mindset is Lollipop Chainsaw. He made that game. And Lollipop Chainsaw is just a hack-and-slash fan service game. There's some clever elements to it. I played, like, half of it. But it is really just a fan service hack-and-slash game. Then he made stuff like Let It Die, which is a free-to-play game. And it is unique in terms of the setting and things. I played it for like an hour, but I was like, oh, it's just free-to-play garbage. And other than that, I mean, No More Heroes, he made a couple of those. Before Killer 7, I would say that his most famous one is called The Silver Case, which is a detective, like, won't call it a visual novel, but maybe like a point-and-click type
Oh, that's
of game.
cool. Did that come out in America?
They actually ported it to PS4 several years ago. I actually have a copy of it. I never played it.
I'm sure it's very expensive. So yeah, that puzzle was what we saw on the wall.
It was published by, I think, NIS America, so I kind of doubt it's like super expensive. I actually don't know why they published it, because it's such a random
this
name.
coloring is everything. This is unbelievable. Like, it just looks so good to me. And we're actually... I love Travis's shirts. LA was the last one, or one of the last ones. Now it's just sexual. But yeah, all of his stuff is obviously, like, very odd, but I feel like this is the perfect mixture between super, super weird and still, understandable.
You can buy a silver case for 20, 30 bucks on eBay.
Oh, cool. You know what? I might, actually. Damn it. That one doesn't even hurt you, it just... It's nice to have
Can't
the blood.
see anything.
Nice.
Yeah, like,
Man.
I just don't understand. It doesn't even seem close.
Yeah. Dude, but this looks so good.
Yeah.
Man, come on. And believe it or not, we're actually almost done with the first chapter. So I think he's just gonna briefly tell us about the
How we're in a tight spot.
the soul room, or the gateway, I guess. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, so he's saying with the soul shells you can go through. In the name of Harman. So yeah, this room you'll get used to because it is in every single chapter.
Ah, the rave.
Next, please. And that's him taking the soul shells. If you don't have all of them, he'll be like, don't waste my time. And then you obviously have to go out and look for more. Oh, yes.
Ah, the dance.
Something I've always done. And you're just gonna have to deal with it. YouTube land. Yeah, we're actually almost done. We have a boss battle coming up. A little bit of story. Yeah, let's talk to Owazuru. This went pretty fast. Ain't even funny how tight it is. So, one of the things I think this game did really, really well is the translation. It's one of those things where if it wasn't translated well, I feel like, especially with all the text and all the stuff going on, that it would be, like, very annoying. And it's definitely a game, obviously being Japanese in origin, that it could have came out in, like, some real bad, like, badly translated English, and it would be, like, a game where it's purposefully kind of confusing and kind of weird has to get that point across on purpose. And if it was confusing because it was just, like, weird broken English, that would not be good. So you see him there's a Coliseum in every single one of these levels, and after you do the Coliseum, you'll find a new enemy. This first one's rather easy, in that, like, I am not going to try to actually kill it normally. I'm just going to spam it with bullets because it's called a speed smile. It's pretty fast. Nice. Wow.
Complete luck.
Yeah.
And it's like impossible. It like not only does it go really fast, but it also just flails all its limbs.
I mean,
all around.
I tried that. Every time. Actually, hold on. I should try that next time with Kevin and have him flip down the stairs. Yeah, so we're yeah. This boss is not hard, so there's no reason to
Spencer shakes in himself. The dog is out for vengeance today.
It seems like it. Sweet. Ah, Garcia. How long has it been? Hey, Travis, touchdown. So yeah, Travis in this part is like dropping a lot of information that'll make sense later. Like having the ability, obviously, of playing it before, being like, "Holy crap! What did he just say?" Like, there was a big info dump there, and that's very interesting because you would like, heck, you might even just skip him. You know what I mean? But that was like a lot of like pertinent information. We have a new character.
Who dis?
Okay.
Please, be careful, sir.
Me.
Oh, it's the Harman.
In the name of Harman, huh?
I'm the mother of this sacred place.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Our 4 children served their purpose. They didn't die in vain. But our other 9 children were killed by you. What do you want from us? Is it so bad that we have a purpose in life? We are only serving our gods. At heaven's command, we will kill the unwanted. We must get rid of bad trees from their roots. I hope you are not one of them.
Good night, child. It's past your bedtime.
That angle's so cool. So you can't move here. All you can do is shoot off these wings very slowly.
Man, what a satisfying sound effect.
You think you killed me? Better think again.
What that? So yeah, it turns us back to Dan, but we are going to switch to Kaede. And we're gonna fight this boss. And you do that 4 times. Although, you don't have much time to move, so... that's something. Oh, as you saw right there, I moved before his hand glowed. Or her, or whatever, hand glowed. What? That's rude. And one more. The bosses in this game aren't necessarily hard, they're just like stuff you have to figure out. This first one is pretty obvious. Some ones coming up are like way not obvious at all. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. And we got some epic Harman again. I think Harman's my favorite character to play as because it's always such deliberate, like, nonsense. It's just like, what am I doing? And, like, everything he does is so slow. Like, imagine if someone was actually fighting him and he's just like, squeak, 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 squeak. But then it's like, okay. I'm gonna pull up my gun, takes like 5 seconds. Who dat?
Can you get it up?
Yeah, come on. Where you at, boy? So you have to shoot that guy, which makes story happen.
Oops. I guess my trick didn't work on you. Tricks are for kids, Coon. I'm an old man. Yes. Nothing has changed for 30 years. No matter how many times you try, the result will be the same. Yes.
Dude, did they, like,
Chess games.
lip sync just for
You always
English?
seem to win.
I think so.
Why?
That's really surprising for 2005.
Because you're a bad player. A new generation of children will bring order to the sage. You're a good friend, but unfortunately, our interest is not mutual. We both have become burdened with so much, and we don't have time for fun anymore. No, there's always time for fun. It's Friday night. Let's dance.
Oh.
This is me.
So gorgeous looking.
You're awake from your dream. Harman, the size of the world has changed. It's changed to the size where you can control it with your hands, just like a PDA. The world will keep getting smaller.
I think my only complaint about this game is that cutscenes don't have subtitles. But that was not a common thing for all of PS2 or Gamecube, you know, so... I just wish they did. I feel like the last, like, 3 games I played were like that, and it's like, alright. Yes, I eliminated 10,000 Heaven Smiles. It's actually a surprisingly high amount. I'll take it. The day when laughter disappears from this world draws near. Ooh. I think we have a small cutscene to watch. And then we will call this part. Oh. Should I just end it here, or should I watch the cutscene to start it? I guess I should just end it here, huh?
Sure.
Alright, so that is that. And we will yeah, we'll see you next time. We'll start with Sunset next time. Alright! I hope you're enjoying this so far. This is gonna be a really cool one. If you like that first part, this game only gets way more awesome and way crazier. See? Oh, by the way, I never noticed this. This takes place in 2010. Remember 2010?
Whoa.
See you next time.